Who's in the chat? And is the camera the right way round? Is it the right way round? If someone can tell me if it's the right way round, or else I'll have to start again. How are you, Vern? I'm all right, El. Is the camera the right way round, mate, for the telly? Yes, thank you very much, Alison George. And Andy Ind. Yep, brilliant. Right, well, this is just a quickie. I have been sent the Wizard C2 Pro Max head torch. As someone else said, I don't badger companies to send stuff, but I've got an email and people send me all sorts of stuff. I've got someone at the minute trying to sell me get me to do some reading books or something. Hello, fella. Yes, it's right. Thank you, Alan. All right, Stephen. How's that hip, mate? Hope your hip's all right. So I've got people wanting to send me books. I get a lot of people want to do editing for me and stuff, but I've got a Tom, so we don't need that. And trying to get us to use some editing suites and stuff, but it all seems a bit iffy and whatever. But this company, Army Tech, wife's there. This company, Army Tech, contacted me about this torch and sent me this torch, and they also sent me the Zippy little flashlight, which I'll show you later. Ain't going to be a long video, this. I'm doing it as a live because we're flat out busy and Tom's too busy. Brilliant, mate. I'm pleased your hip's right. So I want to try and make it as professional as a Norfolk boy can, which isn't all that professional. But this is my take on the Wizard C2 Pro Max. There is, if you want to purchase this light, they've given me a discount code, and you use the code Verns Fishing for a 15% discount. It is what they call a flashlight, what we would call a torch, and it also goes into a headband. So it's one of those head torches which you can use as a torch. So you can use it for other things, but let's have a look at it. What we'll do is I shall zoom in on that just so that you can read it. Hang on, let me get that. So what you can do, you can pause the video and you can read all this, but I'll just quickly run through it. It's got a 10-year warranty. It's 4,000 max lumens on turbo power. 114 meters throw, and a 2 months runtime. Why you'd have that, I don't know, but a 2 months runtime on the lowest setting. And on the back, I shall put it there so that you can pause it, and then you can read it to your heart's content, can't you? There's a 5-hour, 20 minutes charging cycle for you when you're charging. It comes with one of them magnetic USB chargers. So you can pause this now and read this. So again, it's the Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max. Use code Verns Fishing for a 15% discount. That's the side of the box. And that's the other side of the box. So on here, you've got all the different modes. You've got Turbo 1 and Turbo 2. Turbo 1 is 1300 lumen. Turbo 2 is 4000 lumen. So there is umpteen million settings in this thing, and you've got one button to use it. It took me a few days to work it out, and I'm still a bit dodgy now. But we'll run through all the settings so you can see what they are. I've used it already. As you can see, this isn't an unboxing. I have already had it out, and I've fished with it twice now. And yeah, it's perfectly all right. I had me doubts at first, but they've been knocked by the wayside, and I think the torch is perfectly all right. It hasn't got a spotlight, but apart from that, it's perfectly all right, and it's very bright. I have to keep checking if I'm to there. So instructions, get rid of the box. So in it you get a head torch band. Like I say, I've had that off. It is a normal head torch band with one that goes over the top. I never use the one over the top. I'm not keen on it. Because when you use a bobble hat, it gets in the way. So that just clicks on there, and then that just goes in this band here, and it then gives you a headband, so it goes round your head and over the top of your head. So I don't use that bit, so you can take that off and just have it as a normal headband. It's a magnetic charger with a USB, and you also get this. I don't know what this is for. I'll tell you what I reckon that's for. That might be for putting the battery in and charging it up on the... No, it ain't. We don't know what that's for. I didn't read the instructions that far. So, and you get the torch. There is also a clip, but as usual, Vern ain't got it here. So, comes in a holder which you can put on your belt if you're that way inclined. For the American market, I guess they would do that. But I keep this in here and chuck it in my box, and then it doesn't get damaged. So it's good. So, what do you have? You unscrew the end. And you've got an Army Tech 21700 5000 milliamp hour battery. I'm ever so sorry I'm not answering the comments. If the wife is listening, if she could answer the comments, that would be great. But I just need to do this review because, like I say, I haven't been able to do a video, and Tom ain't got time to edit it either, so we said we'd do a live. So yeah, 5000 milliamp hour battery. It's aircraft grade aluminium. I guess that's good aluminium. It's very light. Battery is heavy, but you know, most head torches come with these batteries now, and it's just the way it is, isn't it? So, but yeah, very light. It's got a rubber O-ring on it, and this has got the magnetic charger on it, so we'll keep it up that way so we don't get no bits. So we'll put that in, screw it up. Right, and set light settings. When you finish using it, you give it a quarter of a turn, and then it won't turn on. When you turn it all the way, you can turn it on. Yeah? And then once you've pressed it on, you just press the button again for it to cycle through all the settings. So it's low, medium, high. Low, medium, and high. Yeah, so we'll put it on low. Give it 2 clicks, and it's on turbo mode. I will take you outside to see this. I am pointing it away from the camera. And then if you press it, if you turn it off, yeah, am I in camera? If you undo it, press the button, and then turn it back, you're then in mode 2. That first lot of lights that I show you was mode 1. So it's now in mode 2. So you press it, off, on, hold it, and it just goes those 2 settings, look, low and a bit brighter. There is a technical name for this setting, but I can't remember it. It is Firefly 1 mode and Firefly 2. But if you then press it twice, it goes brighter. And if you then hold it down, it'll go brighter, brighter. So it's even brighter. 3 clicks. Flashy. 4 clicks. And then you, hang on, you turn it off, undo it. This is what I struggled with. Press it in again, turn it back, and then you turn it on, press it, and it's back to Firefly 1 mode. That's what I struggled with. This is a German torch, I believe. I think it is. I'm pretty certain it is. Anyhow, it's very technical as the Germans are, but it's a piece of good kit, really. I had my doubt with these head torches because I didn't particularly shine to them. But since having this and getting used to this button, I am now really happy with this light. In my opinion, you know, I'm just happy with this light. I'm quite happy fishing with it. I've used it twice now. They've only asked me to use it once, but I thought it was good enough for me to use all the time. So again, 1 click on, and then you depress it and hold it for it to cycle through. So I believe, don't quote me on it, I believe on the first Firefly, which is the settings it's on now, it's 1300 lumens, I think. Yeah, Turbo 1, 1300 lumens. On the other one, it's 4000 lumens. At 4000 lumens, it'll last for 3 hours, 25 minutes. And that's at the brightest setting. Well, I don't know of a torch that I've had, a head torch, that will last that long. So on Turbo Mode 2, I'll say it again, 4000 lumens, it should last 3 hours, 15 minutes. You can drop this from 10 meters. I wouldn't suggest you do, but you can drop this light from 10 meters and it shouldn't break. So if I was going to drop it, I'd drop it from 9, and then you're guaranteed, aren't you? It's an ingress protection of an IP68. But that's all on these settings on this box. You've only got to pause it and then you'll be able to see it. So don't forget, I'm not hard selling this, but the thing is, this torch is better than I thought it was going to be. And if you're in for if you don't need a head torch, then or you got your particular brand, so be it. But if you're in the market looking for a head torch, then there's a possibility of getting some discount on this Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max. And well, if you don't like it, don't shoot me. I think it's a good torch. I've done 2 videos with this torch, and I've actually talked about it as well. It's a fantastic torch, head torch, for fishing around all on the beach. You can see everything. Now, it's only got 114 meters throw. And obviously you're going out into the sea, so light dissipates, doesn't it? But when you put it on the turbo mode, it is the 114 meters throw. And I found that perfectly all right. It would probably scare the fish away, so I don't know if you'd want to do that. On here, let me get the English user manual. Now, this is the user manual. Again, I'll put it down. So you can now pause that and zoom it in, can't you, and have a read of that. I can't read it all. This this lens is an optical lens, and it's tempered as well, so it's scratch resistant. It's got a nice little bezel round it, and that's your push button. So you've paused that, you can read that, and this is the other side. So I'm doing quite well here, ain't I? I ain't reading it all to you to bore you. This is the bits that I couldn't see. You get a spare O-ring. You get 2 spare O-rings, and this is the clip. This clip fits on here, so that you can wear it on a rucksack. If you're going camping or a bit of bushcraft or whatever, you can actually stick this lapel clip on, and then you could put it on your rucksack, couldn't you? The head torch, you can click that in there, and I've used it just like that, and it turns really easy like that. If you want it more stable because you're on a rock mount jumping around, it's got this silicone stroke rubber type O-ring, and you just pull it round that. It's then harder to turn, but you can see it still turns all right, and it won't fall off. So that's the head torch. This head torch, I'm ever so sorry if I ain't talking to you lads and lasses, because this head torch weighs 193 grams. Now that's because it's got the big 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I think is it the H65 Shadow Phoenix head torch? I think that's about 150, something like that. So it's a little bit heavier, but when it's on your head, you can't really tell. So yeah, here I am, and this is the head torch. It's okay. They don't like you anyway. Brilliant. So that's the Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max. I had to look at it then. I should have had it over there, shouldn't I? Because then I could have been more professional, couldn't I? And what we'll do is we'll go outside. We'll do that now. Let's just have a look at the comments. Evening, 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 evening. You all right? Brett Fishing Diaries. Is he in there? Yeah, Pet, is Brett in there? That lad from Suffolk. Silly Suffolk. Right. Let's go do this now. What I'll do is, I don't need it in that, do I? So what I'll do is, I'll take it out of the headband. Let me put you back in the stand while I get this out of this. I could get it out last night. Bloody Siri, I think that was. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm sorry this is alive, but I've fished with this twice now, and it's impressed me quite a lot. Let's go outside and check it out. They say the truth comes out. All right, Andrew? Are you been at the casino a bit? Right, now then. It's going to go dark slightly and spooky. Right. Walk into the gate. So I'm now trying outside for you, because we want to see what it looks like, don't we? Yeah? Right, now then. Back off. Right. So, this is as dark as we can get it. I didn't really want to wait until 11 stroke 12 o'clock. So, here we go. So that's low. Oh, hang on. Low, medium, low, medium, high. Double click for turbo. Hang on. We'll get it right in a minute. And then, see, you can't really tell because it's not dark enough. Can you pick that up? Let's go in the back garden. There'll be more. Let's go in the back garden because there'll be. Sevs are hard doing torches at night because the street lights are still on. If it was dark, we'll have to do it in the back garden. Yeah, do it in the back garden. And don't moan about my grass. Right, we'll go up there. Can you see that? Can you see that now? That's on turbo. If I double click it, hang on, I can't do that, can I? Hang on a minute. Right, now this is on Firefly setting mode 2. So there you go. So that's on turbo mode. That lasts for 3 hours and 15 minutes. So round here, you can see that tree, Shirley. Can you see that tree? So that's the modes on low, medium, high and turbo. Now, the problem I have is outside. It is still light with the street lamps. The other thing I've sent me, and this live is just about showing this Armatech light. They've sent me it. I don't know how much it is at all. You can go on www.armytech, which is ARMYTEK.com. If you go on their website, www.armytech.com, you can. What's that doing? Nothing. You can actually go through all their flashlights. They've got loads of flashlights, as you would say. So this one is the Zippy. And this is it. Now, all it does, it goes on your key ring. So this is for your go on your car keys and stuff like that. So let me just turn this light out. Let's get it turned on before we turn the bloody light out. Yeah. And what we'll do is, you can look down that end of the garage. So we'll turn it on. So it's on. And then you hold it. And it'll... That's high, low, medium, high. So I'll turn the light out. It'll go dark. Apart from this light. And then we'll do it. Medium, high. So yeah, there you go. This is just a little tiny torch that goes on your car keys. So if you lose your car, well, if you lose your car keys, you're buggered, aren't you? But I use a torch on mine, and I'm going to be putting this on my keys, because when I come home at night, if a light is off, which it is on the corner at the minute, I can actually watch myself all the way to the back door from the car in all sorts of places. Everyone laughed at me when I put a torch on my key rings, but I use it more than anything. And now I'm going to put this one on because it's brighter. The other thing is, what I've found, I go outside my house. I went out the other night and I accidentally brushed past a hedgehog. I've also, a few years back, stood on an hedgehog. I didn't stand on it to kill it because as soon as I felt its bloody spikes, I was off it. So it does save you for that. So that's it. That's low, medium, and high, which is really good. And the same, might as well do this one in there, haven't we? So that's a low, medium, and high. Double click, and that's the turbo setting, which is all good, isn't it? It's all good. And that's quite bright. Now, I know that the light is bouncing off the wall. And turn off the lights in your shed, then we might see the power. Pattern double and PS. Turn off the lights. You got to see the light, mate. I don't know. Oh, it's all gone dark. But hey, Army Text C2 Pro Max has just come on and saved the day. So, right. Turn the lights back on. Oh, nearly fell off my stool. So, yeah. That's with a headband. And that's it. And then it just literally goes on. Doesn't feel heavy. I know I look a fool, but then that's why I never really shine much to these torches, because you look like a Dalek, don't you? But I've used it twice fishing, and all around base camp, if you want to call it base camp, it's absolutely perfect. You can have it on low, medium, high. I just put it on high because it lasts a full session and it's not a problem. Very entertaining, mate. Well, I'm just doing it. I didn't ask for the light. They offered me it, and I thought, well, you can never, at our age, at 55, you can never have enough lights. And I got the light, and I weren't thinking much off it, but I've been surprised by it, and I will be using it. I've used it twice already. Then he asked me to do one video, but I keep using it and talking about the lamp. I don't know how long the discount code lasts for at all. I'm very amateurish in that. But that's it. And you can swivel this up and down to whatever you want. And you've got the strap that comes over for extra strength to hold it on and whatever. And like I say, pause it and look at the instructions on the box, because there's different modes. You've got Firefly 1, which is the first one, which is low, medium, high, and turbo. And then you got Firefly 2, which does like low to medium, and then you press it again, it does medium to high. And then you press it again and it'll do turbo. Yeah, Turbo Man or whatever, you know, it'll do turbo anyhow. And then you can press it again and it'll do flicky, flicky, flicky. But to get onto Firefly 2 mode, which is the flicky, flicky and all the other modes, you turn that off, you turn it back, press the button in and hold the button in while you turn it back, and then you're in advanced setting 2, which is Firefly 2, I believe. But it's all in the instructions. Read it. The price, I don't know. I think, see, now I don't know the price. I'll be honest with you, I do not know the price. And that's amateurish of me, isn't it? I think I heard it was £117. Don't quote me on it. That's only something at the back about air that I seem to remember. I don't know how much it is. I'm very sorry. But there is a 15% discount code, which is Verns Fishing. So you can get 15% off, which takes it back down to normal headlamps like this. But with the C2 Pro Max, this one has got a 5,000 milliamp battery. It's all lightweight apart from that battery. It's aluminium, aircraft aluminium. It's coated in black. There's no knurling on it either, which makes a change, because I think it's slightly better. It's nice and smooth when you touch it. And like I say, you can actually use this as a torch. And look at this. You're watching this. It'll actually magnet and clamp on wherever. So you could actually make yourself a little metal clip that'll sit on your tripod. So like on the ones with the aluminium that go across, you could just have a piece of right angle metal and you could bend it back slightly. You can set all your rods up on your tripod in your backyard, make yourself a clip, screw it on for that to actually magnetize on and light your rod tips up. So you could use this for lighting your light your rod tips. I would paint the metal, because obviously it's going to have to be mild steel or 304 stainless, I think, is magnetic, because it's a low quality stainless. You can magnet that on there and it'll light all your rod tips up. You can use it on your lapel, you can use it on your backpack, whatever, and you can use it on your head. And that's about it, really. I quite like it. Don't forget the Zippy too. And they do other lights as well. They got... I'm doing quite a lot here, ain't I? I go overboard, don't I? That's everything they do. And then they do all that as well. That's good, isn't it? You can pause that. It's right way up, isn't it? So you can pause that as well. So that's all the lights they do. So if you're in the market for a head torch, you see, they've asked me to do a video on this and an unboxing. Well, I've used it twice already. I was ill. I've been quite ill. And I've used it twice, learned how to use it, used it twice fishing. So I've actually used this torch, actually fishing with it. And what, last night and on Thursday, videos to come very soon. I would stick to my new whip. Well, yeah, that's coming. So I've used it twice and I'm quite happy with it. And if I weren't happy with it, I wouldn't have used it the second time, would I? So this isn't a professional unboxing. This is a Verns fishing unboxing and a bit of a rattle on. And that's the way it is. You can find this head torch on other sites on YouTube. When you put Wizard C2 Pro Max in, it will come up all over. They've sent it out to no end of people. Troy's done it. Loads of people have had this torch. All of different qualities, and mine's probably the worst, but there you go. I've shown you everything so you can pause it and read it, and you can make your own mind up. Rather than me reading it all to you and talking to you about it and this. So I think I've done enough talking. You can pause the video wherever you want to read whatever you need to read. If you do it on your laptop, I think you can blow it up. I'm not sure. You can get magnifying glass out, can't you? No point me looking at that after 2 cans, mate. No, you're right. I ain't even got any alcohol tonight either. That's pretty poor, isn't it? How's your hip, Vern? My hip is... Well, I ain't going to say it's terrible, am I? Because I still go fishing. But there are days when it's bloody painful and I mope about. But what I find is if I go to work which will be coming up soon at this house, or I go fishing, then I muddle through and I can get through. But then the next day I'm knackered, and today was the next day, and it weren't as bad as Friday when I finished after going fishing on Thursday. That was really bad. But the more you do, the more your hip keeps moving. But there will come a point when it don't work at all. It's buggered. That's how it is. There you go. It's buggered. So my hip is buggered. I've got a lump on it actually, and I don't know if you've noticed, but you probably won't. But I canter to the left. It seems as though it's dropped. So when I'm stood cleaning my teeth or in the morning having a you know, a wee, I'm like that, and I'm thinking my legs ain't straight, and I have to stand up on tiptoe on the left side to level myself up. But yeah, I hope this has been interesting about the Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max multi-flashlight. So it's aimed at America a bit there, into flashlight. It's a bloody torch, isn't it? I'm impressed with it. I'm happy to use it, put it that way. And if I was after a head torch, yeah, I would consider buying this head torch. But it depends if you want that sort of head torch, doesn't it? But after using it, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm quite happy with it. It's totally different to the head torch I've got. The head torch I've got has got a focus and beam, so I can have a spot lamp or I can have a flood lamp. This is just flood lamp, but it still reaches 114 meters, and I was using it at the river last night and it's perfectly all right. So yeah, I hope this has helped. Don't forget, discount Verns Fishing, 15% off. Go check it out on their website and have a look. So what's the comment say? I was like that, Vern. Ended up with a bad back because of it. Well, I've got a sore left knee as well. And I think that's because of my hip. So I'm always wearing a knee brace. So hopefully once it's all done, it'll be sorted. On the water, eh? Yeah, and videos. I've got, what? How many have I got? 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 videos in the bank at the minute. So yeah, 5 videos. So when I get working on this house, or bad weather, which is going to happen, or my hips hurting, I ain't got to worry too much. I've got videos at the river. I've got videos on the beach. I've got another video on the beach and then on the river. So yeah, you've got all them to look forward to if that's the sort of thing you like watching. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Keith Cod, Karen, get him to sort his hip. Take him to doctors as he keeps backing out. Now, don't keep backing out. The wife works all day and I'm at work in the morning, and if you don't ring up the doctors in time, you don't get an appointment because they say you'll have to ring up tomorrow. We've got a finite, I don't know how long a time it is, but you've got a finite time of actually ringing to make an appointment. And if the time you ring them appointments, might just kick him over, Keith. She's lovely, isn't she? Absolutely loving, that woman of mine. But no, you've got, if you miss that appointment, you've got to phone up next day and it all starts again. Or you can do it online from 6:30 in the morning. But I'm at work at 7 and at 6:30 in the morning, I'm still trying to sleep. So yeah, I don't get much time. All right, Pat, buy an on-off torch and treat the wife with the saving. Buy an on-off torch. What's an on-off torch? I've had really bad earache. Wife had bloody the cough, or it was flu, or it was just a cold, because it's one of them things. You can call it what you like. You're ill with a snotty nose, and she was throwing up and whatever. And then I had the other, and then I got earache the next day. I've had earache now for 2.5 weeks, and before anyone say it, get to the doctors. You can't get in. I was going to go to the hospital tonight, but I had this to do, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to do it in the dark. And as the afternoon's gone on, it started to improve. So I can actually hear a bit better, but it's still a little bit like I got water in my ears. I got an appointment in one day online NHS app. How'd you put an app on your phone? If I want an app, I'll have to speak to the wife. But anyhow, thanks to Army Tech for sending me the torch. I've enjoyed using it. I'm going to keep using it, and you'll see me use it. I'm married, Vern. Have a constant earache. Oh, mate. Do you know what? I've got that sort of earache I've got in the left ear. This right ear is the one which has got the poorly earache. But it's quite good because the wife sits that side to me in a chair on her own because she's, you know, a bit of a loner. And she sits there and I can't hear her. I just can't hear her. Yeah, I think we've all got earache, but there. I wouldn't be without it. I wouldn't be without her. But yeah, thanks Armitech for sending me that. And I'll keep using it alongside my other torches as well. But I will be using that now, especially at the river. So it's good. And I shall take that away on holiday. But you'll see that in a few videos time. So this is the end now. Thank you for watching. It's just a short video for the head torch, really. And anybody that's watching this tonight or in the future and they come across my channel, decide to give me a subscription, thanks for the live, Vern. It's been a while. Take care, pal, and you, Karen. Thank you very much. You're right, Stephen. Anybody in the chat that I've missed? Obviously, I've been talking about the Wizard C2 Pro Max. And I haven't been checking the chat, but hopefully the wife's been in there. When someone say, would you like to have a piece of product, which I think I've only done 2 now, and I get quite a few, like I say. But I mean, I even had some sun cream. There was a company wanting to send me, it was ginger something, and I take it they thought because I'm ginger, I need ginger protection. But it was such a technical sun lotion to put on that it weren't for me. I mean, I'm a fisherman. You want to just and it's done, don't you? So I get quite a few people, and then if something does crop up that I think, well, I wouldn't mind having a look at that and using that because it'll come in handy, I'll then contact them back and say, what's the catch? What do you want me to do? And when they're that nice, like this company, and they said, we just want you to do a video, I then messaged them back and said, well, I'll do an unboxing and I'll do a video. So you get 2 things. But if I'm going to do it, I like to have a bit of a natter about it and have a good chat about it. I'm not here saying it's the best thing in the world. I'm saying it's a very good head torch and I'm impressed with it enough to keep using it. So don't think I'm going on and keep quoting Wizard C2 Pro Max because I'm getting anything out of it. What I've got out of it is I've got the head torch, which I'm really chuffed with. Night, mate. Night, Karen. Night, Keith. I expect you're driving your lorry tomorrow. So that's it. So this has been a review of the Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max, and I'll see you anon.